I was wondering, do you ever, when you're in the studio all together, do you ever freak out, like play Queens of the Stone Age or play something really loud?
Yeah, for sure. Especially my band with the other guys. Like those guys can play anything, right? So
What is it you
they'll
play?
play like heavy. They'll be playing like heavy metal to like Steely Dan as a joke till like anything. Like they just freak out, and even to jazz sometimes. And yeah, for sure that happens.
Is there a sort of a punk rock or a metalhead side to you?
Well, to me, live, yes. Like I like punk and rock, like more heavy stuff live. I enjoy. I don't like listening to it on CD, but I do love like watching a crazy show live. That I definitely enjoy. I know like Mishka's definitely into heavy metal and stuff. Like our bass player, he definitely likes the heavier stuff more than I would. And maybe Simon, but Simon likes like really out kind of noise stuff. And
On the last record, Wooden Arms, you had there was more of a percussive
yeah, a
album.
bit more crazier orchestrations and stuff too.
I can remember you called it an ode to new life, also because it was a sort of coinciding with the birth of your kid, I think.
Yeah.
Is this also an ode to something, this record, Adventures?
No, I think it's an album about many different things, ode to lots of little dedications. I don't think it's not a huge one-liner I can give about this record. I think this record is little pieces of many different things that I care about. And I think we just wanted to make a record that you'd want to listen to at home. And not about like what kind of record are you going to make, or what are you going to make, a big record, small record, whatever. I just wanted to like, okay, let's just make a record that like it's nice to listen to when you get home and you just want to put on, you know, and whatever stories that come out through that will just be what they are. And, you know, the title Adventures in Your Own Backyard was, I think it means lots of different things to me, you know. When we recorded our house, so there's that obvious thing. There's another obvious thing of like, I said this all day today, but I guess we live in a world of like faraway places and big ideas and big politics and things that we can't really touch. And I think the side effect of that is you lose little things around you and the subtleties. And so for me, that title is a little bit about that as well. And when I think of backyard, I can think of it as friends, or I can think of it as just the back of your head, you know. So I think the title is kind of many different things.
Do you mean that the details get lost because of all the big news that's around?
I mean, it's just like big news. It's like big news about like, you know, we always see Middle East in the news, but, and people out here have opinions, and like their opinions are worth shit. They've never lived there. They're not going to know anything about the two sides. They're never going to even begin to understand why it's complicated. They can just have this kind of cheap opinion about something that they don't really understand. And it's a lot of time wasted when those opinions maybe should be about what's happening in your community and things that you actually can understand. So like, you know, that people in politics know like who's the leader of this country, but don't even know who their local representative is. So it's kind of like, and they're so like politically induced, but they don't even know who the fucking mayor of the city is. And they're like, yes, but I care so much about politics. And I'm like, yeah, but none of the politics you care about is going to make any difference because you don't know any about the details, and you'll never understand these big pictures because you can't understand the stuff. You would have to spend every day for the next 2 years studying how that shit works, you know. So I think it's better to focus on locally and understand how it works around you, because you can understand that, and the little things that you do in your local life will have a bigger effect anyways than any of your opinions. So
how do you do that in your day-to-day life?
Well, it's just like being open to your community and understanding, like, you know, like recently it's looking around you, like not being so concentrated on these big things, and just like, you know, just how it works around your community, getting people to know your neighbors. Like in big cities, it's a kind of ridiculous, but you know, most people don't really know their neighbors. I'm fortunate, like the street I lived on in Montreal is like this little dépanneur where the whole community would meet there, you know, for drinking wine at night. And I kind of have a feeling in the building I live in, everybody knows each other, and I think it's a really beautiful thing. I know who my neighbors are, like as if it's a small town. And so lots of people live like that too, but anyways, I don't want to sound preachy either, you know, like it's just a title, it doesn't really mean shit.
But this is celebrating the small things.
Celebrating the small things, celebrating like sometimes you expect traveling is where you're going to see this huge inspirational or meet crazy people, and maybe the people you're passing the street every day are really are going to be even more crazier, and you'll be more surprised by them than you would if you went traveling all around the world. So, you know?
Yeah, look for the things in your own backyard, not
Yeah.
in the world.
No, yeah, don't be so focused on something you can't touch anyways.